You seem hungry. Good thing your table is ready with Saturday Omaha.
Saturday Omaha.
Eat this.
I have Andrew and Alejandra Miller here of Casanova's Butchery. Maybe just introduce yourselves real quick, and then we'll just have a nice conversation, but so people can put voices to names.
My love.
Okay. Well, Alejandra Miller here, owner of Casanova's, mother of two, cook, bake. What else do? I do a little bit of everything and
Cook, bake, books, drinks, plan.
Mise en place for the bread table.
Mise en place for the bread
Yeah,
table.
mise en place for the bread table.
And just are in the background and making sure that
order
everything.
wine, order charcuterie, order online orders,
Plans parties.
plans
Private
parties.
parties.
And you have a whole nother job outside of this too, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. I always got a spit take from Andrew, who is the other voice that you are hearing.
Andrew Miller, owner, operator, broken sewer, handyman, PR specialist, HR specialist.
Kind of the face of social media. When people see you when people see Casanovas on Facebook, it's usually your smiling face.
Yes, with a hat. Yeah.
Yes.
As long as I have the hat.
People know.
Yeah, they
People know.
He does his modeling sessions for me. I have to insist for him to do it, but he likes it. I know he likes it.
I would like to stay grounded, but they make me take all these pictures.
Yeah, the product looks better when Andrew is with the product.
I think there's something to be said about putting a human face with whatever you're selling or providing, I should
Yeah,
say.
thankfully,
you
I'm
know.
not shy.
You are not shy.
Yeah.
This is true. But you look good doing it. So it's
Well, I
worth-
look better with my wife.
Oh, well said.
You won't see me in the pictures, but yeah, I will be
She's taking
taking
the
them.
picture.
Taking the
Nice.
pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's your photography doing that.
That's
Well,
right.
You do an excellent job. So yet another role that you have, the photographer.
Yes.
How long were you guys open when we first talked? Just a couple of months, right?
Yeah.
Less than 6 months.
Less than
certainly.
6 months.
Yes.
We had a great conversation we're actually in a different area of Casanovas now, but much like today, so today, as we're sitting here, we have a nice round white linen tablecloth. Our bartender got us set up with some tasty beverages, and we have a comfortable place to sit. When we had first talked, we were in the newly opened only butcher shop side of
It's
Casanova's.
1,000 square feet, less than 1,000 square feet butcher shop.
Brand spanking new, and it was one of those things where I had come in, and because I like to check out local spots, really liked what you had, and the smile that you get when you come in the door. Like you said, you've always got your, the crew's got their hats and their ties on and whatnot, and we had our nice conversation there with both of you, Andrew and Alejandra, and I came in and you had set up a table, which there weren't any tables at that time.
Right,
You had
right.
found a table somewhere.
Yep.
And
It may
set
even
it
be
up.
the same one. Who
And
knows?
with a fold-out table.
Oh,
with a fold-out table.
Fold-out table with a tablecloth.
With a
and-
white tablecloth.
With a white table and wine glasses too.
And wine.
So how long have you been open now? Give or take a little bit. 'Cause we're
With the butcher shop, we're on 22 months.
22 months.
And with the bistro and grocery, we're at 3 months.
3
3
months.
months.
Yes.
So
3 months.
So one of the things with this show, we've been doing this show for about 5 years plus, and it's been so cool to see restaurant owners, people in the industry of food grow in Omaha. One of the gentlemen that we've had on the show several times is Brady Hess. He managed the bar program at Culprit long time ago. Then he went on his own to do barbecue, and he was taken on by Site One Brewing and was doing barbecue and food for them. And as of this conversation right now, he's actually opening up a brick and mortar right in Blackstone pretty soon. Well, you guys are no different in that, you had, like you said, less than 1,000 square feet, butcher shop, brand new, etc. And so now for 3 months, now you have the beautiful venue that we are sitting in now. And you guys have also grown. So it's been so cool to see that happen. And I think it's even like, I don't know, serendipitous or whatever, that we're sitting here now, that you're 3 months in, probably give or take a couple of months from when we had our initial conversation.
Yeah, right. Yeah, a lot can happen in a year. when you came in and interviewed us, our neighbors were still over here. They were here for 36 years. We didn't know anything about them retiring. The owner was in his mid 70s, and they did Fine Kitchen and Bath, Charlie Ward's Kitchen and Bath. And about 3 or 4 months later, they decided that they were done. They've been at it for so long.
Wow.
And they're ready to go. And our the wonderful people at Rockbrook, they asked us first and foremost if we wanted like the bay next to us. And then a couple of days later, we said, no, we need to have the corner.
Wow.
So we took on 2 extra bays
Yeah.
to be able to have a place for people to relax and enjoy a meal, but also have pastries and delicatessen items and noodles and
Host parties.
hot food and host parties. Like we do a rotisserie chicken every day,
Yeah.
at least a party every month, it seems, since we've been open, at
Yeah.
least. When we built the butcher shop, we had no plans. We just figured that our neighbors were there for so long, they're
Sure.
not leaving, with a few novenas and a little vino.
And a little vino.
We took the decision.
We said, okay, we're gonna do this. And we only have 4 tables in here and a bar, but we have a nice place to have a lunch and a meal.
Yeah.
And room for so many more products than we had just with the butcher shop.
Right, because when you guys started, I think you had maybe the 1 cooler, like right at the beginning.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
cooler and a tiny little freezer.
You had kind of a small selection of dry goods and pastas and things like that.
Yep.
And
Sardines and
right, yeah,
anchovies and
just fun
Some
little
vegetables.
Yeah.
a little bit of
Yeah.
vegetables, just staple vegetables.
Yeah,
And-
but now we're grateful to work with Lone Wolf Farm for the vegetables as well. They
Oh
bring
yeah,
us.
yeah. As we're sitting here, kind of describing how the interior has changed. So, you bought two bays essentially,
Pretty much tripled
tripled the space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. So now as it sits, you have cold salads and the rotisserie chickens. You've got a larger wine selection than you had then. The Long Walk Farms fresh produce. We've got tie-in to our
The
local
Omaha
bakery,
Omaha Bakery
Omaha
products.
Bakery. She's been on Food Network and things like that. And,
Yeah, absolutely.
and so you've got, I'm looking over Andrew's shoulder here. It looks like some baklava and some macarons.
Tiramisu,
hanging out there.
Cannolis.
cannolis.
It's been cool for me to see that you have taken that Casanova's essence that you started with and then kept that same philosophy but made it bigger and expanded the selection, but you've kept the heart and the personal connection to customers that I enjoyed when I first came in right away. And Andrew, you and I have talked about this a couple of times when I first started shopping here. And this goes for everywhere that I go, be it a restaurant or whatever. I never walk in and be like, "Oh, hi, I'm Dave, and I have a radio show." It's no, I just really want to experience what's going on and what's happening, and there's a genuine connection there, and I think that you guys just, you have some soul that you put in.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this in the last interview. Omaha is a great town. There's a lot of good here.
Yes.
Good size, handful of great too. And we wanted to be part of what's great in the town.
You're born and raised in Omaha,
Born
right?
and raised, yep.
And Alejandra, so you have family outside of Mexico City, right? If I recall.
Yes.
In the heart.
In the heart of
In the
Mexico
heart.
In the heart
City,
of,
yeah.
okay.
And Cancun, of
Okay,
course, also.
okay.
Yeah, so, we always wanted to have the roots of the butcher shop to just kind of come to this side. And a lot of the people ask us if it's, an Italian place or a French place, or it's just an old world place, right? We have a little bit of everything. As you know, I'm from Mexico, so someday we can have a Spanish dish.
Yeah.
We can have a Italian. We can have a French. Depending on what the ingredients have on the day, we do our menus. So yeah, it's just a place that has a little bit of culture from a lot of places. I'm not.
Yeah, people come in, they think, oh, this is a Italian place, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like that at all. It's we want great things, and I don't care if they're from Italy or Portugal or Spain or Mexico or France or United States. Like, we do a pot roast every other day almost, it seems.
Well, and you've got korma sauce on the shelf. I can make an
India,
Indian dish if I want to.
Exactly,
You know?
Yeah.
right. Come buy a pound of chicken breast and then get you
some korma sauce.
or some lamb or whatever.
We have
And then-
picanha. We have
picanhas and
a little bit of everything.
Brazilian and South American cuts.
You introduced me to the picanha.
To the
cut,
picanha,
so
yeah.
that's awesome. Well, and for those that haven't listened to the prior conversation, so Alejandra, you have a background as a chef. You've been at La Bouvette and other places as well. So I know there's dishes that go in that case that you've made or you've seasoned or you have your hand in.
I love it. Yeah, we usually talk to Andrew every day and say what you got for me and what kind of meats, what kind of things he has, that he just got, and we love to integrate those in the small menu that we have. We try to do something small and rotate it every day, so that it keeps it entertaining. And
for us and the people that come in, and
it's always a surprise.
we have a handful of people that just call in and they say, "Oh, what's your soup today?" or "What's your special today?" or whatever.
Yeah.
If they like what they hear on the phone, they come on in and they come in and get the special.
You're a butcher shop. You're gonna have T-bones, you're gonna have ribeyes, you're gonna have whatever. There's the staples, and then it's like, okay, let's have something that's kind of extra interesting this week to kind of bring in and keep it fun and keep it happy. And that's what I love about like Block 16 downtown. They run a lunch special every day. Everybody looks forward to see what's happening. And so sure, you could get the delicious Croque Garçon burger and the duck goose fries, but hey, today we're doing a 7 patty melt or something crazy.
Nice.
And that's what I like about Casanovas too. There's always something interesting, and I've had that happen because I'll come in and it's like I need my ground beef for the week and maybe some steaks, and then whoa, there's kebabs in there or the Al Capone. That's what I was just gonna say.
Or prosciutto and fig sausages.
Prosciutto and fig sausages.
Just something fun.
Yeah, we got apple, bacon, Gouda stuffed pork chops.
Ooh, is that what's going on
This week?
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah.
Love it. And we'll do prime New York strips for the weekend.
Yeah.
If it's not exciting for me, it's not going to be exciting for other people.
Sure.
If it's not exciting for her, doing it the menu daily.
Yeah.
We have staples. A lot of staples like the not the carpaccio.
The burrata.
Well, like the blueberry breakfast sausages is usually in the case.
That's on the other side.
That's a no.
Yeah.
No, that's a problem.
Those are tough, right? Because the blueberries have caused a problem with the sausage casing.
No,
don't they?
man, those things are tiny. It's amazing.
Ugh.
And if we don't have them, it's a
it's a problem.
Riots in the streets.
No, it's riots in the parking lot over here.
They want their blueberry sausages, huh?
No, I mean, and that's really flattering too.
Yeah.
Because we're creating things that people don't want to take risks with, or they don't even want to try.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're not trying new things, you're behind.
Yeah.
Whether you're a restaurant or a butcher shop or a mechanic, you name it.
You have like romesco and pesto and things that you make here, and hummus and things like that maybe somebody has tried or maybe they haven't, or it's a challenge to make at home because you don't have a bunch of ingredients in your pantry, and so you can do something where it's just convenient and somebody can grab that, and it's a little easier than maybe making it at home.
Yeah, that's the whole point of everything here with the capones and the pesto and the romescos and the mozzarella balls and all these things that we do in-house. Everybody wants to do these things. This is.
Do you have time? Do you have all the ingredients?
It takes our guys hours to make it.
Yeah, true.
So
true.
With a busy life.
I've seen what happens with kebabs, man, in here. It's that's tough.
They just go.
No, kebabs.
The adobo ones, or which ones we
it
did?
doesn't matter if they're
one?
chicken or pork or the tenderloins one we did after for the New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
just
time
fly.
consuming. But they just fly.
Yeah. Well, you're
People
saving
want
people
them.
time.
The time to make it. We're all trading time for money here, right?
True.
So-
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, if you want to cook something yourself, or if you want something that's prepared and ready to go, you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
have had that too.
Stuffed peppers in there right now.
Ooh, I love a good stuff
The
pepper.
meatballs are done almost every day, especially in the winter. Everybody's making their Sunday sauce.
And in fact, I just last night cooked up meatballs that I picked up from here, the Parmesan meatballs, and
Yeah.
did that with some spaghetti. And I cheated on the sauce though. I got some Mr. C's sauce. So
That's good too.
but-
Hey, Mr. C's is cool.
Yeah.
Omaha staple,
OGs right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, OGs. Those are OGs.
For sure. So,
Yeah.
so what? You both are very motivated. Alejandra, you have your own business pursuits that are in addition to this. Andrew, you've worked at Walners. You had your own arborist company. You are entrepreneurs and business people, and etc. So you're
3 children.
three.
That's the main thing.
That
That's
there
the
is probably
big-
the largest
Basketball,
challenge.
football, baseball.
Yeah, the largest,
Soccer.
the largest investment.
The largest investment.
and
lar-
the last,
Cheers.
yeah.
Most risk, largest investment, and the most challenge. Because while they write books about it, there's no manual on raising
No.
kids. No,
Right.
but you're motivated with a smile on your face, which I love. So besides just saying, "Hey, I want to expand the business," which maybe that was the motivator, but what caused you? What was the flashpoint of we got the butcher shop? It's awesome. We want to do more. Was there a something that happened that made you think that way, or just like, hey, let's just grow the business, and that's okay too?
I think it was very serendipitous. We weren't really planning on doing it, and our neighbors moved. And sometimes you're blessed with great opportunities.
Yeah.
And if you shut the door on good opportunities, you probably aren't going to get those opportunities again.
We love to be busy. We all love to
Yes.
create ideas, create things. We don't like to be told sometimes an idea. We like to create it. We like to do it from scratch and see how we do it and how it starts from nothing and it just builds up. And so we had that idea, the opportunity. They came. They pretty much just happened. The stars aligned.
Yeah.
And so when the stars align, you have to agree with that.
Yeah.
You just have to go for it. And I think we just signed and said yes, because you have to fill up the bucket. So there's several things that you get into a plateau that you said, okay, what else? We've done several things, several projects, several things in our lives that we decided he wanted to do the butcher shop.
Yeah.
Great idea. And so I think this was needed in the area, in the Rockbrook area. I think it was needed. It was
100%.
requested to Andrew by several customers.
Uh-huh.
So when things aligned, then we said yes, and here we are. Just loving it, every single minute of it, aren't we?
The only challenge here is keeping it busy. Keeping consistent, keeping things as it was in the butcher shop, bringing it over into the delicatessen in the restaurant, and saying, okay, everything as clean, as tidy, as full service as you can be. Bring this over here. 3 months. I mean, it's been tremendous over here. We couldn't have imagined that it'd be as full and rewarding as it has been. We opened up on October 21st, right before Thanksgiving, a month before Thanksgiving. We had a Thanksgiving rush. Thanksgiving rush pushes us into Christmas rush, New Year's, and now we're in January, and people come in every day and have a lunch, come up and pick up a soup, and we'll sit here and have a glass of wine at the end of their day.
Yeah.
Before they go home. We're not like a typical restaurant where we're open till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
On the weekdays, we're open till 7. So if you just got off work and you want to have a drink before you go home, or you want to grab some soup or a meal before you go home, there's mashed potatoes, there's Thai salads, there's chicken salad, there's soups, There's a special or 3 or 4 every day
Yeah.
that you can choose from, and you're on your way home.
Well, you know what I like too is, being an amateur home cook myself is, someplace like, well, let's say like Lo Solo Mio, how they used to be, where from their carryout section, I could go there on the way home and I could get some of their tomato basil dip and a baguette of bread. And what that would allow me to do is get a meal started at a very next level on something that maybe I can't do, but then maybe I make the roast or I make the pasta or whatever.
Right.
And so it's cool that, the new area kind of has that type of vibe too. Or even if it's just like the meatballs we were talking about earlier. I didn't have to roll those meatballs.
Right.
I just cooked the pasta. And I cooked the meatballs so they're still fresh out of the oven, it's raw ingredients to done, but I didn't have to roll them. I didn't have to put the
You
parmesan
didn't have
in
to
them.
grate the Parmesan. You didn't have to put the flour, the
Exactly.
breadcrumbs. You didn't have to put the flour.
And they were ready to go. And I love it. And you guys.
Or the fennel.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And the Italian sausage you guys have. My daughter, I think that's probably the only Italian sausage that she eats.
Really?
Yeah, loves
loves
it.
it.
Because
Oh.
she's like, oh, this is really good. Yeah, it's Italian sausage. Oh, it's not. No, oh, yeah. Yeah. I put that on her pizza.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And so that's cool. And you guys too, from starting on the butcher shop, always had that customer focus. Andrew, you had mentioned kind of that old world vibe or whatever, being that you just walk in and you see, yourself in your scally cap and the tie and the whatever. But it's like, if you needed something trimmed or cut or whatever, I can guarantee that how that chicken's gonna show up at my house, if I want that, is gonna be better maybe than I can do it. And it saves me a ton of time. It saves me washing a cutting board. And
100%.
frankly, I just like the interaction.
Yeah.
Shockingly, I may be kind of a little bit of a social person that likes to talk to people, and you come in and
Birds of a feather.
yeah, well, and yeah, and that's part of the experience. It's something I like about going into like a good coffee shop.
Yeah.
It's
Engagement.
engagement and being
Making your culture in your city. That's
Yes.
the thing.
yes,
If it's like, oh, what do you want? Well,
yeah,
well, you might get what you want, but like, do you feel amazing about
You'd be
getting
happy
what you
about
want?
it? Yeah,
No, it should be like, you should be knowing that you are part of what we're doing,
yeah.
not just contributing to what we're doing. You're part of what we're doing.
right. You're
We
making
have a party on Thursday for 34 people. The guy who commissioned us to open up our space is here once to twice a week.
Mhm.
His brother's here once a week. His mother's here once a week. They know if they want to order a certain wine, they just ask us. We order the wine. If he wants to age some steaks, we age some steaks for him. If he wants to have a party, we make a party for him. If he wants a charcuterie board, we make a charcuterie board. If he wants this, that, or that on it, he can have this, that, and that on it.
It's very personalized.
That's
That's
a
what it
well
is.
said.
Yeah.
Well said.
So a lot of people look for online things and just fast things, and we take the slow lane.
Mhm.
The we want to talk to you. We don't. A lot of people want to buy online and all that and have it ready, and we do want to do that, but we also want to see you. We
Right.
also want to talk to you and see what you will like and have that conversation.
If I'm here and there's a new person that comes here, I know if they've been here before. I know if they've not been here.
Yeah.
I can tell by how they're looking around at the shop. I'm a pretty good read on people. I know who comes into my shop.
Yeah.
And if they haven't been here, it's pretty likely I know if they have or have not.
Yeah.
And I want to know how they found out and who told them and
Yeah. And how you can help
what
them
they
and-
like or
Yep.
what they don't.
Yeah.
And things like that. And if they see something, or if they want something they don't see, they need to know that they need not be afraid to ask for what they want.
And sometimes it's scary when you go to a place and you
Yeah.
don't know if you are out of place or, you don't know how to ask. But all the staff, we make sure that we try to treat everybody. Like if it was your mom, your dad, your cousin, your grandmother, always. Everybody has to treat people like that. And so then it makes it a little better for the other person to open up and really say what they were looking for. Or and we make sure that if we can't give it to them in that moment, which we normally can,
Yeah.
then we just order it and write the phone number down, call them up as soon as we get it, and we will order it special for that person.
I love it.
And so very much like the old ways.
Absolutely. And it's interesting because I've been in here where there's been multiple customers, but you'll have somebody new come in. And then some of the regulars are, like, oh, hey, you should really try this. This is good or whatever. You have your built-in own advocacy because you're putting forth products that you believe in and preparation and presentation that you believe in and a personal connection. And that goes a really long
When
way.
things are made in where you live, it's a no-brainer. We're
For sure.
making the capones here. We're making the sausages here. We're making the meals every day for whether it be lunch or for your dinner on
Yeah.
the way home. A lot of people just, they pull things out of freezer boxes and they're like, oh, this is ours. And it's like, yeah, but it,
Not so
my
much.
arm squeezes out those sausages
I've seen it.
3 times a week.
Right.
If not more, for certainly. When we make the capones, we slice the capicola, we slice the prosciutto, we slice the provolone and the genoa and the pepperoni, and we open up the pork loin
Yeah.
and we put it inside there. I'll tell you what, today we had 2 women here at lunch. They ordered our Italian sandwich today, right? And they shared it. They split it.
Yeah.
Put it on 2 different plates.
Nice.
They ordered water. They did not order a soup. They just got the sandwiches and the little salad that comes with it.
Yeah.
And they sat there and they talked for, an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And they knew they can sit there for an hour, relax, have a conversation with each other, lament or celebrate or whatever it is.
No pressure.
There's no pressure.
At all.
There's no push.
Yeah.
There's no.
You're not turning covers because you need to
No.
get them in and out.
Yeah.
You're,
We didn't open this
We want
place
you
for
to
that.
enjoy
Yeah.
your city and enjoy your
Yeah.
company and it not be something that's pressured. Chef Alejandra here. We're doing a Valentine's Day dinner. We were gonna post it. We were gonna open it up to the public and everything. And we did 7 tables,
Yeah.
a couple, so 14 people.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't even get an opportunity to post it because all of them got sold.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Just by word of mouth.
No flip.
Just word of mouth.
No
No
flip.
flip.
No
Just
flip.
one go.
Enjoy your evening, sit here, have a wonderful 5-course meal with
Yeah.
4 different wines and a cafe for the dessert.
Yeah.
Everybody said, oh, not everybody, but a few people said, hey, oh no, you need to flip that and do it twice and this and that. And we were like, nah, we just want people to enjoy their evening here. You get the whole night. If you want to stay for 20 minutes and have an argument and leave, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
If you want to be here for 3 or 4 hours and enjoy yourself for the evening, that's what we really want,
Yeah.
And there's, when you go out for Valentine's Day, you have a 30-minute wait, you have 40, 50 minutes of being able to eat, and you kind of feel like the server's kind of pushing you out for the next table. We said, nah, we'll do 7 tables, we'll have 14 people, 7 couples, they can sit here all night, enjoy each other, never feel like they're being pushed out or they have to wait they've already made their reservations weeks in advance
Right.
and enjoy their Valentine's meal like they should.
We're looking forward
We didn't
for
even
that.
get a post-it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was done.
Just
It's
done.
7 5-course meals,
7 tables.
7
Goodness
tables,
gracious.
4 wines, done.
Done.
We just did a charcuterie class on last
Yeah,
Friday.
That was your
Friday,
first
yeah.
charcuterie class,
Yeah, first
right?
Best of Omaha charcuterie, first charcuterie class.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, well, that's right, because you got nominated for Best Charcuterie, right?
Yeah.
Or
Right.
won
Yeah.
Best
Yeah,
Charcuterie.
best of Omaha.
One of the best, yeah.
Best of
One
Omaha.
the-
And yeah, the boards are beautiful. And Alejandra, I've seen you build those boards.
Yeah.
And they are stocked from wall to wall, and they're
dried
delicious.
goods, fruits,
We make sure we put a little bit of everything.
chocolate.
Chocolate, 3 meats, 3 cheese, dried fruits, fresh fruits, nuts, crackers, a little bit of everything, just to make it
Gluten-free crackers
right.
if you're gluten-free.
Yes.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah, gotta take care of the gluten-free folks, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
probably did about 70 boards on Christmas.
And
Another.
hey, that's another reason why we
set,
opened up this other spot. I'm glad you mentioned that.
We did not have enough
Because
room.
when we did
Oh.
charcuterie boards last year for Christmas, we did about 50 plus.
Yeah.
And we're not talking like 3-person board, 2-person boards. We're talking 25-person boards.
Family Christmas.
You know, this
board,
is
yeah.
family
80
people's
we did
meals.
one,
Yeah.
We did an 80-person board this season.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it was incredible.
Along
That's
with all
bonkers.
of the other.
And if we didn't take on this spot over here, this extra 2,000 square feet,
I don't know
there's
where you put it.
There's no way we wouldn't have
Yeah.
been able to do it.
So now
Wow.
this is great.
How many
This
boards
is
did we do?
About 70 on
About
that
70
day.
charcuterie
Yeah,
boards.
just on Christmas, but the days before we did about 30, 40. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was quite a bit, and it was amazing because now we had the space, we had the staff, we had the equipment, we had everything to do that.
Concept,
The concept, everything. So
format.
Yeah.
So if anything, we needed the space just only for the charcuterie, and now with the classes that we are incorporating, and we're thinking about doing other things, a
Love it.
singles night.
Oh, very
Singles
nice.
night, yeah.
We have that in
Girls' night,
mind. We have
Whiskey.
so charcuterie Valentine's dinner, which we already have. We're gonna do a whiskey tasting for
St. Patrick's.
for St. Patrick's.
Awesome.
Yeah, and singles night, salsa night. You got to do a little bit of the salsa
Yeah.
dancing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we got
got
these
the
are our
space.
customers, and
Yeah.
these are customers that come in and they say, "Oh,
Requesting.
we want to have a dance thing here." Okay, we'll move the tables.
try it
we'll
out,
move
see
the
what
wine.
Try it
happens.
out.
If you
Yeah.
want to dance,
Hey, if you know a teacher. I mean, I know how to dance, but I don't think I can.
you're very good. You're a very good dancer.
I think we need a real teacher.
These
So
Latinas,
if any
cuidado.
teacher is hearing right now, just come over and we can talk. But yeah, we're excited. I mean,
That's great.
having the space,
Yeah.
it just is a life changer because we can do anything.
Yeah.
Events. So we weren't even open. It was in August still. We were under construction. People could see a little bit of the place.
Right.
We hosted a wedding.
Yeah.
With the construction going on, we made the best of it. It looked great. It doesn't look like it didn't look like right now, but
Yeah.
we hosted a wedding. So ever since we opened, we've done 6 parties and in only three months. So
Yeah.
looking forward for the rest now is just easier and easier and easier. It just
prime
becomes
rib. We did a really, and it's gauged out. It's like, well, you can have anything from prime rib dinners to just charcuterie.
Yeah.
If you want to have a business meeting or a business function, you can rent out the spot. We can build you some charcuterie boards and do some light hors d'oeuvres, or we can go prime rib.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we got tested on that in the first 3 months.
Ooh.
And we just somebody asked us to do a private party, so we're like, okay, we'll do a private party for you.
Somebody very important to us
And yeah, and then well, the wedding was the first one,
also.
who is somebody also very important to us. So we
Everybody,
said
yeah.
absolutely, right? And then the large prime rib private party was somebody that said, hey, I got 40 people. I want to have a nice evening. I
Yeah.
don't want to rent out a giant place and make it look empty.
Sure.
Accommodate us. And we said, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Charcuterie, hors d'oeuvres,
Cocktails,
cocktails, open bars,
open
and the prime
dessert,
rib.
yeah.
When I first came in, staff at just the butcher shop, pretty small.
Yeah.
You've obviously had to staff up.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
have staffed up.
So how did you grow your staff, or did you encounter any challenges in growing your staff? Because I have a feeling that you're looking for people that have the same heart and customer focused mindset that you guys have. I don't know, just anything around that as far as growing the staff then to match the
know.
business.
I think we pray a lot. We pray a lot. So when doing that, I think we have received from God the right people.
Can you imagine how hard it is to find a butcher?
Probably pretty tough.
Oh,
Because,
yeah, it's pretty tough.
Because that's not. It's not like anybody's going to high school or college and going, I want to be a butcher.
Right.
Even right now in the trades, even plumbers and electricians, but for a butcher, that's tough.
We have, including with myself, we have 2 other butchers. One had experience before he came here,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other, we trained him from the ground up.
Ground up.
Right, and he's an incredible 21-year-old man,
Mm-hmm.
very committed, very
Smart.
very smart, very cordial.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody has us come in the shop, is listening to the show, Robert.
Robert sauce.
Robert is amazing. He makes the pestos, he makes the hummus, he makes any special. He trims tenderloins. You know, this is a 21-year-old young man
Yeah.
who a year and a half ago never worked in the food industry at all,
Wow. Wow.
right?
Yeah.
And he came in. His brother helped us open the shop. He worked here. He built a lot of the shop also,
Yeah.
but moved on to greater things.
Mm-hmm.
And he left us his brother, who was willing to step up.
We have Ross.
We have Ross, who came in 3 months ago, right as we opened up the addition.
Uh-huh.
Ross came in. He had like 8 years of experience.
Nice.
And even then, having experience at another butcher shop or a different grocery store.
Maybe
that's
different than how you're doing it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
certainly
Yeah.
different. I mean, we are trying to raise the bar.
Sure.
We don't cut corners, we trim fat. There's no almost or halfway.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of pressure here. There is no cutting corners. And when you go to other places, you go to other grocers or other butcher shops, maybe they become complacent, and there is no room for that here.
Yeah.
When we make things, we make them amazing. If they don't look amazing, you get rid of it.
Mm.
If you want a prime rib roast here, it's going to be detached, Frenched, and tied. If you want a spatchcock chicken,
I've got a few of those.
no, you got a spatchcock chicken. If you want an 8-piece chicken, you get an 8-piece chicken. If you want 10-piece chicken, you get 10-piece chicken. If you want ground chuck, you get actual ground chuck.
Or Ground
Charles.
Charles.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not tube meat. It's not a bunch of hogwash. We're not trying to lose quality to gain margin.
Mm.
And I think that's a big mistake that a lot of industries make. And I'm not willing to make that sacrifice. And the guys, they already know. If it doesn't look perfect, we'll make it perfect.
Yeah.
And that's few and far between.
Yeah. Well, and I think you both seeing smiles on the faces of your customers or the return customers, I have a feeling is probably a pretty good reward for going, okay, we're doing something right.
Yeah, there's consistency,
Yeah, when they come back, it's just the best feeling. And in this side, we have 2 plus me wonderful girls that work here. And if you come see Sarah, she is an amazing girl. She's a great bartender. She's amazing. She gives her all here at Casanovas. Also, Paola, my niece, she works here. I don't know if you met her.
I think so. I know I've seen her for sure.
Yes. So they both rock the house, right? I'm here.
Certainly. We also make a habit of employing beautiful people who are very nice.
Yeah. Beautiful heart, beautiful people.
It's Casanovas.
It's Casanovas.
You gotta be beautiful and genuine and enthusiastic.
Yeah. And love what you do, because if you stop doing that, then it's not the place. We want people that are doing what they love. And if it's cooking, or if it's serving, or if it's just serving drinks, or we'll put you in the right position.
Sure.
Wherever we can, wherever you love, that's where we'll put you.
And then going back to what you said earlier about the employment thing, it's like, well, people want jobs, but are you willing to do what it takes to keep the ship sails up?
Mm-hmm.
We just hired a young kid who's 20.
Yeah.
He's 20.
21, maybe 21.
He works on a farm all from September to November.
Wow.
His family owns acres.
Amazing kid.
He comes in, he's super positive, always happy, not afraid of people or to engage with them.
Yeah.
And he wears cowboy boots to work.
Nice.
We
And
love
he's
it.
just a tremendous young man.
Not afraid to fixing anything he comes his way. Hey, Evan.
He
this
fixed
is-
our saw. No, he's not afraid of nothing. He's not afraid of people. He's positive.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the biggest problem in the industry, right? It's like, how hard is it to find positive, energetic, and
Committed.
committed
Yeah.
people?
It's tough.
We'll give you what we have. You know, what we can and what we have as far as coaching and as far as everything else we can. Now, are you committed? Are you with us? That's all we ask.
Do you want to take care of these wonderful people that come into the shop?
Let's go and do this trip together.
That heart is so key. And Andrew, you and I had talked before too, that your goal was not to open 17 Casanovas,
No.
right? It was to,
No franchising.
no, it was to grow this experience or be committed to this experience and provide that service and things like that.
And we're very lucky too. We're off the interstate. We live off the interstate. We have people that come from Gretna. We have people that come from Elkhorn. We have people that come from downtown.
Mm-hmm.
We have people that come from Council Bluffs, Midtown, whatever that means now.
Right,
You know,
right.
mid-
Yeah, what's Midtown?
Hey, if you're asking me, we're in Midtown.
Yeah, you probably are.
Yeah, we're
At
120th Center.
Yeah.
At this
We are
pace, yeah.
Midtown. Rockford Village is Midtown now. If your city goes to 240th,
Yeah.
you're Midtown.
True.
We're Midtown.
Let's just divide by 2. We're about
Yeah,
there. So.
you know, and there's a lot of great things in the eastern part of the city,
Sure.
but I would say that a butcher shop is probably not one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's very few butcher shops in and around the Omaha area that are focused like you guys are. You know, maybe 4 total, including yours.
I would agree.
And I'm including Council Bluffs in that list.
Yep,
So,
100%.
you
The
know,
butcher
you're-
shop that you can drink and have a little lunch.
One.
Just
I think that's-
Casanova's,
Yeah,
yeah?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That's
I had a couple of girls that said, well, they brought me here, and very funny because they told me, we're going to go have a glass of wine at a butcher shop. And they said, why are you bringing me to a butcher shop? How are we going to do that? You know, she imagined something different.
Yeah.
So when she got here, she really, really thought, oh my gosh.
Well, and you guys were in the early days because Rockbrook does like a wine walk or something
Yeah.
like
Wine
that.
walk's tremendous.
You were helping out with that, and I think you had some like a little table outside.
It
and-
was-
Before we were
Yeah.
ever even open.
Oh wow!
That was before we were ever
No
even
kidding.
open.
Even over there, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
construction inside, but we just gotta manage it to make it nice. And
Yeah, we figured we had 1,000 plus people coming into Rockbrook in the middle of the winter to drink wine. No, you can come in. We'll share the wine. We'll give you some charcuterie.
And it's beautiful because a lot of those
And
customers
this year,
are, I mean, it was a full house, packed house, and it's very nice to see them coming back. Because of that, one of the reasons, and a lot of other reasons, word of mouth and all that, but it's very nice to see when they come back from the wine walks.
yeah, I would say Rockbrook does a tremendous job. From art shows to wine walks to every one of these businesses is locally owned and operated.
We're blessed to be
there
here.
are 2 franchises in this whole place. One is Scooters, which is an Omaha
Founded
franchise.
in Omaha, right?
Yep, and the other is Great Harvest Breads, which is our neighbor, and they run it and operate it like a small business.
Yeah.
And they're tremendous people next door to us. They do a wonderful bread. They're very nice people, and they are committed to Omaha. The pet store, the spice store. We're looking at their storefronts right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The oil and vinegar shop, the wine shops, the public house, all these places, these are locally owned and operated buildings and entrepreneurs. So
We're in a great spot.
we're in the perfect spot to be pushing that up ahead.
I live in the South Omaha type area, so a lot of times people expect the West Omaha prices to kick in when you're coming out here, and I think you guys keep a very honest approach to your product, so it's not like, oh yeah, our ground beef is $20 a pound because we're in Rockbrook. It's like no, this is
We
what
work
it is.
off of margins because
Sure,
we have
you gotta stay in
expenses
business.
and employees in business. But outside of that, no, we want people to come in, like you said, with the old lady with the half a pound of hamburger.
Yeah,
if she
she just needs a
just
half
needs a half a pound of hamburger, No, we're not looking to break her wallet.
Yeah.
We're looking for her to be able to come in, get a half a pound of hamburger, of the best hamburger she's ever had in her life.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? People are buying groceries at department stores now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah. You don't do that.
Right.
You come to a butcher shop and you get your meat there. You come to a grocer and you get your groceries here.
Yeah.
You want guanciale. You come here and get guanciale.
Spec. Because
Spec. Who's got spec?
I had never had spec before I've been here before. It's
man,
like,
spec.
like, look, that's it.
Changing your life situation.
It really is. It really
We'll
is.
introduce
It's like
you
a
to.
good wine.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You did introduce me. It's
Yeah.
true. So, and we had talked before, Alejandra. Your family had a little tiendita in Mexico City. So I think it's kind of fun because when we had talked before, yes, you had the butcher shop, but now you sort of have your own tiendita
It
in
is
Omaha.
it is a deja vu.
Yeah.
It is a lot of going back to what I
And
used
it's named
to.
after her family.
Yeah.
Oh, do tell. Do tell.
Yeah, Casanova. It's my mother's last name.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Casanovas is all me. My mother's last name, so I am Alejandra del Villar Casanova is my maiden name.
Uh-huh.
And so Andrew decided to, well, his mother told him, I changed to Alejandra Miller, right?
Uh-huh.
So his mother said, how are you going to take Casanova out of her? You know, because I was going to completely lose it.
Uh-huh.
So one of our sons, his name is Andres Casanova. And then he has another couple last names, but that's another story, right?
Yeah.
So with the Casanovas in Mexico, with the grocery store, it's just a deja vu. It's a beautiful deja vu because it's the same thing as I would go in the mornings with my grandma and just kind of take care of all the little things that you saw me do a little bit ago.
Yes.
Just making sure that everything looks beautiful. You know, the groceries, the vegetables. She used to have a little bit of everything as well. And this place started as, let's do a grocery store next to the butcher shop, right?
Sure. Yeah.
With a little wine, with a little bakery, with a little groceries, with a little this, with a little that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it becomes a bigger thing than what you thought, no? So it's a beautiful deja vu. She didn't sell wine.
No wine.
That's the only thing.
Okay,
She didn't
okay.
have the wine over there. She didn't drink. But other than that, everything, the food, the everyday changing, what she had, the fresh produce,
Yeah.
and just putting into her little menu. It was a small grocery store. It just really, really makes me go back to what we used to do. And I have my niece here. So I feel like I am the grandma and she's you know, me doing, you know, Paola.
Paulita.
Every day we talked about the menu and we just think, what do we have? We have mushrooms. All right, let's start doing a soup. Let's think about how are we gonna do that. And then we go. We start ratatouille.
Yeah.
And-
Ratatouille.
Yeah, and start just, you know, chopping. Even if I'm from far away because I'm not here, I'm just in her hat.
Yeah.
Just doing if you've seen the movie, have you
Oh, I
seen the
never
movie?
thought of
yeah,
that.
this
That's
is
so
in the-
bad.
In the
Yes.
hat, just kind of, yeah. So we were, just put a little bit more of this.
I thought it was just me.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's Andrew, you've been in my grandmother's grocery store.
Oh yeah, very cute.
Cute, smaller
Yeah.
than this, but
Well, like the butcher shop,
yeah,
little bit
around
smaller, but-
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
without the back room. That's
without
about
the
it.
back room. Yeah, and she made it do. You know,
Mhm.
whatever she had to do, people were pleased. People sat outside, enjoy their food. It's a beautiful place.
It's very
Very
like,
sought for now.
walk to what you want, which is kind of the situation here in Rockbrook, actually, because we're in a unique neighborhood here, certainly,
Yeah.
and there are people that will come here on the weekends and they'll just walk around.
They visit everybody.
It's such a community here. It's really unique. People are not shy to Rockbrook, especially in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it's right off the interstate. Even her and I, it takes us 7 minutes to get here, and we live in West South Omaha, we call it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, West South O, 60th and Q, you know?
Well, you got to have room for your chickens because I know your eggs make it into the store here. So
Yeah,
I grab
we have
farm
those
fresh eggs.
Good poor
so-
eggs, man.
Yeah.
Good poor chickens.
Although I hear the ducks are ornery and they just drop
Aggressive.
eggs wherever.
Yeah,
So,
aggressive
yeah.
ducks.
Yeah.
You know,
Ugh.
aggressive ducks.
They make good eggs, big
They make
eggs.
Good eggs.
They're huge.
Aggressive.
I had never cooked with a duck egg before, and I picked some up here, and the yolk to white ratio is way different. That's
Oh,
that's
no,
a
that's
whole
a-
You
different
gotta
deal.
adjust your measurements,
Yes.
especially if you're baking.
Yes.
It's
Oh
a
my
rich
gosh.
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might
Yes.
try making handmade pasta with that. That might be good.
No, you make some quiche with some duck eggs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We'll-
Like a lot of bakers, they want duck eggs, you know?
Yeah.
If you're doing a cake or if you're doing some special thing with pastries,
Yeah.
people use duck eggs.
Yeah.
Good
Here in
stuff.
the summer, we're gonna be doing some probably tables outside, and we'll be
Yeah.
doing a little
We'd like to do a true osaria outside on Sundays.
big
Nice.
table.
Nice.
For
You know what
everybody
osaria is?
No, do tell.
Osaria is
Dígame.
like
Mm-hmm.
we want to make a meal for people on Sundays. Certainly, we'll have to work on the licensing and things outside of
Sure.
the building, but the goal is to make it so that we're able to have at least a few tables, long banquet tables. They get the meal, they sit down, you sit down right next to the person who sat down before you.
Mm.
You
It's
talk.
all
You talk.
almost banquet
talk.
style, right? We serve
Talk
you.
and meat.
We
and,
serve you at the table,
Yeah.
yeah? And then next people come and they sit down next to you. As you come, you sit down.
Love it.
Instead of, I'm going to sit over here and they're going to sit over there and blah, 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 blah. No, you get to acknowledge your neighborhood or acknowledge your neighbors.
And you get to meet great people
Yeah,
that
people
way.
you might never meet.
That's awesome. From the start, from when you and I first talked to now, is the heart continues. I was going to ask you what you're doing in the future, but you just answered that question for me with the Osteria. But yet, even through that expansion or that approach, it's still community heart and connecting human beings with other human beings. And I think that's an awesome thing for Casanovas.
there's not enough. Everybody wants to make money, and that's great. But
We're looking to connect people.
yeah,
We're looking
there's something
How are you
bigger
making that
happening.
money?
Omaha is a tremendous food city.
Agreed.
And we have a lot of, Michelin qualifiers
We do.
and
a lot of
incredible
James Beard nominees.
hamburger joints and even incredible boutique restaurants. We need to keep building this up. Not for people to know that we're a great food city, but for the people who live here who want to have great things. It's not just to brag outside of town. It's to be able to have a sense of pride where you live.
That's hard for Omaha and sometimes too. I think it's just Omaha, but it's like because it's that Midwestern,
This
we
is a
wanna,
food town.
Yeah,
Certainly.
Let's keep it up. And
It's a beautiful town, yeah.
I think you said it best, Alejandra. It's a beautiful town, and
It is.
I appreciate everything that you guys have contributed and have been very blessed to follow along with your journey and your growth and your continued focus on heart. So, Alejandra and Andrew Miller of Casanovas, thank you so much for letting me sit at your table and talk with you tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
This is your house.
Provecho. Enjoy.
Thank you so much, and as we say on the show, until we eat again, stay hungry. Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
Our show is recorded and produced by Saturday Omaha. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as email SaturdayOmaha@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and stay hungry.
Saturday Omaha.
Eat this.